Assalamualaikum. My name is Nik Muhammad Daniel Ashraf bin Tajuddin from AM2285A. I also as the project manager for this project proposal. Um, Before we go through the project, I will introduce a little bit about our company. Uh, our company name is Professional Interior Design (PID). And PID is a fresh dynamic design company that provide a residential and commercial turnkey solution for clients that want to create the perfect office or home environment that fit their flair, lifestyle and philosophy. We also provide a renovation of an interior, enhancing and free installation of installation services to our customer. Our company is located at Lot 7644 Jalan Raja Abdullah 50300 Kampung Baru, Kuala Lumpur. And anyone that has inquiries into our company can contact us in 039554905 or can email to pidesign@gmail.com. Our company organizational chart is starting with a director, and uh, um, below the director we have three roles, which is a technical manager, administration and financial manager, quality assurance. The last one is quality assurance. And under technical manager we have three, which is a proposal department, design department and construction department. Okay, for the project organizational chart, the top manager is a project manager, which is me, Nik Muhammad Daniel Ashraf, and followed by interior architect, financial manager and design team. For the project roles responsibilities, I as a project manager is responsible for planning and overseeing project to ensure they are complete in a timely fashion within the budget. I also responsible to design it, project resources, prepare a budget, monitor progress, and keep stakeholders informed in the entire way. I also need to deal with the clients and maintain a good behavior among our workers. For the second role responsibility, which is financial manager, Nur Ani Sofia binti Azhar, she will ensure monthly payment of employee wages, monitoring expenses and transaction, preparing financial reports related to budget, account payables and account receivables and expenses. And she also responsible to analyze the financial. For the third role responsibility is interior architect, which is Cik Wan Aiman Haziq bin Cik Wan Ros Muhammad Nafi. He will interact with the client to identify their needs to create interior expenses, to understand the structure of building in order to make it safe and functional, draft plans to create a refinished space in private homes or commercial building with their clients' taste in mind. And he also need to use the computer drafting program such as computer aided design, drafting CAD, and building information modeling, BIM. And the last role responsibility is design team, which is one Ahmad Hazwan Akil bin one Muhammad Zaini. He responsible to determine the client goals and requirement for the project, consider how the space will be used and how people will move through the space. And the last one is to sketch the preliminary design plans, including electrical partition layout. That's all from me. Thank you.
So for the project work objectives are to create the most efficient layout to make the most of a room's potential in terms of use and aesthetic while taking into account the characteristic of the space and the style desired. Second is to make sure that design will meet the customer's expectations. Third is to ensure project complete in the time frame. And fourth, to ensure the result of the project is the same with the customer's requirement and needs. For management section, is a part of a business plan discusses the management team, personnel, resources, and how the firm ownership is structured. This part should not only explain who is on the management team, but also how each person's skill set will help the bottom line. First is structure of ownership. This section describes the legal structure of the company. If the company is a sole proprietorship, it may simply be one phase. It might be lengthier if the company is a partnership or cooperation. It is necessary to describe who owns the part of the firm. Second is internal management committee. The outline of the important business management categories indicate who will be responsible for each category and then offer a brief description showcasing each person's talents. Many small enterprises rely on the fundamental business areas of sales, marketing, administration, and production. If the company has employees, will also require a human resources department. It may also discover that the organization needs more management categories to accommodate the particular condition. Next is resources for external management. While external management resources are sometimes disregarded when drafting a company strategy, correctly utilizing the tools might be the difference between the manager's success and failure. Consider these outside resources to be your internal management team's backup. We provide the company with credibility and extra source of experience. The last is human resources. The final point to consider in the management area of the company strategy is human resources requirements. The key to writing about resource human is to be descriptive as possible. The requirements specify how many people in the company will require at each level and how much they will cost. For example, describe in detail how the company's human resource requirements may be satisfied. Is it better to have employees or to deal with the contract workers or freelancers? Determine the wage of each employee and total the compensation cost of your employees. Add the cost of workers' compensation insurance and any other employee benefits such as company-sponsored medical and dental plans to this. After it stated the items above, the outline of how you plan to locate and train the employees your company requires. The staff recruitment description should explain whether or not sufficient or local labor is available, as well as how you intend to recruit staff.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Syahman Haziq and I would like to talk about the technical section. So for the technical section, there will be 4 sub element, which is having a slow internet speed, gadget compatibility, financial planning, and the last one is a lack of soft skills. So the first one is having a slow internet speed. Having a slow internet speed can bring a problem towards the company. So it is important to have a good internet speed and also the connection in order to make sure that all of the processes must be good without any interruption that can cause the loss of the data. So other than that, it also can lower down the satisfaction of the customer, especially when they're sending the inquiries or the question towards the company, but they receive late, which will cause an anger towards the customer. So most of the important data is also stored inside the online storage that contains the customer's information in the data. So the second one is the gadget compatibility. So using a cheap gadget and accessories can bring a disaster, especially towards the company. This is because most of the software, for example CAD, which is specifically been using by the interior designer to design inside the computer, needs a better performance of gadgets and accessories, for example the laptop specs. So using a less compatible device for the interior design can delay in the completion of the model, which also cause a dissatisfaction by the customers. The third one is the financial planning. So all of the cost that is going to be charged to the customer must be supervised carefully where it will meet all of the criteria or the budget towards the customer. This is to make sure that all of the budget will be put towards the maximum level without any waste. And the last one is the lack of the soft skills. So to make sure all of the employees are doing a great job, it is important to build their skills, by example for handling the customer in such a better way. This can be done by training the employees beforehand to make sure that they can handle and be ready before starting to work. So having a good employees is actually good uh, uh, because it can boost up the company's benefits and also help the organization to achieve their goals. So that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. My name is Omar Nazik, and I would like to cover about the cost section. So the first one, we will have the labor. So we will hire two project manager, which is will cost 5,000 ringgit per person. So the total cost will be 10,000 ringgit. So the second one is a financial manager. We will hire two person. So the cost of the one person is 4,000 ringgit. So the total cost will be 8,000 ringgit. For the interior architect, we will hire two people, so 4,000 ringgit per person, and the total cost will be 8,000 ringgit. And then for the design team, there will be four people, and we will give 2,500 ringgit per person, so the total will be 5,000 ringgit. So the total cost for the labor is 31,000 ringgit. And then the next one is the materials. So the first materials we will need is flyers. So the quantity will be 5,000 pieces, and the price unit will be 1 ringgit and 20 cents. So the total will cost 6,000 ringgit. Poster, we will take around 2,000 units. So one of it will cost 7 ringgit and 50 cents. So the total cost will be 15,000. And the last one is the billboard. We will need one of it. So the one unit will cost 6,000 ringgit, and the total cost will be 6,000 ringgit. So for everything, the total cost for the materials is around 27,000 ringgit. And then the next one is the equipment. For the equipment, we will have the hand sanitizer. For the hand sanitizer, the cost for unit is 8 ringgit. The quantity will be needed is 50 pieces, so the total cost will be 400 ringgit. For the temperature check device will be 8 ringgit per pieces. The quantity needed is 5, so the total cost will be 40 ringgit. For the face mask, the price per unit is 30 ringgit, and the quantity needed is 30 pieces, so the total cost will be 900 ringgit. Tablet, 4,800 will be needed too, so the total will be 9,600 ringgit. For the glove, is 50 ringgit per boxes. 5 boxes needed, the total cost will be 250. Safety boots, 300 ringgit per pair. There will be 5 pair needed, so the total cost will be 1,500. Safety helmet, 150 per pair. So 5 pieces needed, so the total cost will be 750 ringgit. Monitor, 600 ringgit per pieces. 3 pieces needed, 1,800 for the total cost. Computer, 4,000 ringgit per unit. 3 unit needed, 12,000 ringgit in total cost. For the total overall for the equipment is 27,240 ringgit. So the next one, we'll be moving for the facilities rent. For the facilities rent, there's only one building, shop lot building needed. So the price will be 3,333 ringgit per month for the monthly payment. So the total cost for the 6 years, for the 5 years will be 199,000 ringgit, 980 ringgit. So the next one is the consultants and subcontracts. So the company will be needed an insurance. So the insurance will cost 30,000 ringgit per month. So they will be per year. My mistakes. So there will be a 6 years. So the cost will be cost 180,000 ringgit. And then the overhead, there will be three things: electricity, water, and internet data. For the electricity, will be needed 200 ringgit per month. So for 1 year, will cost around 4,800 ringgit. For water is 300 ringgit per month. So it will cost 7,200 ringgit per year. So for internet data is 180 ringgit. For the 1 year, it will cost around 4,320 ringgit. So the total cost for the overhead is 16,320 ringgit. And for the advertisement will be needed for Facebook ads, TikTok ads, and Instagram ads. So all of them will cost 2,000 ringgit per month. So the total cost for the advertisement will be 144 ringgit, 144,000 ringgit. So for the transportation will be needed one company car, which is, it will cost 60,000 ringgit. So the total cost will be 60,000 ringgit. And the finally fund will be gain fund, which is 100,000 ringgit. So the total cost will be the 100,000 ringgit. So for everything, the cost section will cost around 700,000 ringgit, Malaysia. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Risk analysis is one of the most important procedures when involving a construction project. For risk analysis, the method we use is risk metric assessment. The risk metric is one of the methods used internally in the construction industry. It is a security tool for risk assessment. This method is used by categorizing the probability and severity to measure whether the risk is serious and can have a significant impact on the organization. The first risk is insufficient number of employees that make consequences of project delay, low quality of work. The chance of occurrence is medium, the impact is high. The action plan is evaluate and forecast the turnover rate for each year, place a successor for each position, and wage of multitasking workers. Then, lack of skill and knowledge of employees. The consequences is more time is required to complete the project and effective and efficient work progress. The chance of occurrence is medium and the impact is medium. The action plan is send employees to training if necessary, knowing the current knowledge of the employees, and develop a discussion session among employees. Furthermore, the risk of the work redundancy. The consequences is waste of resources and waste of time. The chance of occurrence is medium and the impact is medium. The action plan is develop a detailed job description for the task and brief the project job description on the responsibility that the employee has. Technical risks that make the consequences of change in design and addition of column. The chance of occurrence is medium and the impact is high. The action plan is the consultant should recommend the correct design to the client to avoid altering the drawing. The last risk is employee health and safety. The consequences is the project will be suspended, the chance of occurrence is low and the impact is medium. The action plan is The employee must follow the standard operating procedure, which is SOP. Control system is a data collection, data management, and analytical procedure used to predict, identify, and provide a constructive impact on the time and cost outcome of a project or program. First, the project planning. A project plan is a set of documents that can change over the course of a project. It includes planning the steps necessary to achieve those objectives by further identifying the specific activities and resources needed to complete the project. It involves creating a set of plans to help guide the team through the implementation and closing phase of the project. Then project scheduling. Scheduling is project management is the listing of activities, result and achievement in a project. The schedule also typically include planned start and end dates, duration and resources assigned to each activity. Moreover, the project budgeting. The project budget describes the financial aspect of the project and describes exactly the areas where the amount of money needs to be spent. The project budget only refers to the document stating how the money will be allocated to carry out the activities described in the proposal. It is important to make detailed estimate for all project costs. Furthermore, the project risk management. Risk management is an important aspect of development planning. Understanding the risk is very important to avoid any excessive costs or other issues that may arise. This requires consistent enterprise structuring and ongoing risk management while undertaking construction projects. Project performance management is the process of creating, implementing, and managing projects that contribute to an organization's performance and strategy. Project performance management is a part of a larger performance management process, essentially to implement a strategy.
As a conclusion, our company will deliver the service with various advantages to our clients or our customers. Our company always prioritize customers' needs according to our project work objective. We will create the special design which is only for our customers' request. In addition, time is very important to our company. Customers always don't like if we are not on time, which means we not finish our work within the time frame. So that when the customer requests to finish the project within 1 year, our company need to create a work structure that can overcome the timing problems, so that we can ensure that our customers expected time are not betrayed. And the last but not least, our company is using highly qualified workforce. We only hire workers who are incredibly talented in designing. In terms of designing department, our company employees has a PhD in designing and has a extensive experience in the field of design. As a result, we will ensure that our customer will satisfy with the design that our company and or our team propose. Thank you.